V'hinei aliyah zuhu al yidei nefesh habahamis tafka. Now this elevation of the neshamos is specifically through the animalistic soul. Ki shorsha mebechinas hamalachim de tohu, because its root is from the kings of tohu. Shehayu oros gedolim, that they were very great lights. V'akelim ktanim, and the vessels small. Shelachein lo yochlu lahachil haoros shebehem, that therefore they were not able to handle the lights that were in them. V'nishberu v'naflu, and they broke and fell. V'azai nistalku haoros, and then the lights went upwards and removed themselves. V'gam shoresh nefesh habahemos v'chayos hem bechinas chitzonius malachim elu, and so too the root of the souls of the animals and the wild animals are from the external concept. Bechinas chitzonius malachim elu, from the external level of these kings. V'lechein hagvura behem yoser mebe'adam, therefore they have a greater strength than in man. Because their root is greater and higher than the divine soul as it comes out. Which is the concept of the world of tikkun, and so forth. Lower than the world of tohu. Doesn't have that tokef of the oros. And therefore, when you reach that the animalistic soul, when the animalistic soul is able to fulfill, to love Hashem, therefore that love will be greater and stronger than the divine soul. But that's enclosed within it. That even though the divine soul, before it's enclosed within a body, certainly had a much greater and more awesome love, infinitely much more than the love as it's enclosed in a body. Even a pure body, like Moshe Rabbeinu. But nonetheless, when it's enclosed in a body, is added an extra strength of love through the arousal of the animalistic soul, and also from this that it gets a nurturance, a sustenance from food, that if you fast for 2 or 3 days, you'll become weakened. That the food returns and satisfies the soul, brings the soul to dwell within the body. So through this, the soul that's above the enclosement in the body, is strengthened with a greater love. Again, because of the shoresh of the nefesh bahamis and the food from the malachim of tohu. Yaakov chevel nachalaso, because Yaakov is the rope of his inheritance. Kechevel shiroshu echad achuz l'mayla. That is, it's like a rope that one end is tied above, is attached above, and it's drawn downwards and so forth. So he's explaining how the nefesh elokis is elevated through the love that the nefesh bahamis is able to affect, and so forth. Even though the love below should be much weaker, but nonetheless, it is able to affect the neshama as it is above as well, because it's like a rope. And just like the concept of how the Malachim the Chayos lift the throne. Kach nefesh habahami, so too the animalistic soul, Shiur shemebechinas Chayos umerkava, that its source is from the animals of the Merkava, Nosos, Magbas, Hanefesh Elokis. They have the effect to elevate and lift up the divine soul, Shiur shemebechinas Kisei, whose source is from the throne. And that is through first subjugating itself underneath the divine soul. And just like above, the angels, the chayos, are fearful and tremble from the fear of the divine throne and so forth, from the kisei. And then afterwards they lift it. But before you get to the state of love, you have to have the two brachos before Kriya Shema. From telling the story, or talking about the holiness of the angels, that they sanctify to be subjugated underneath the ruling of the divine soul. And then they will rule the divine soul in its contemplating and understanding Shema Yisrael. That it says in the concept of listen Israel, Yisrael Hainu Nefesh Elokis Chulu, Yisrael meaning the divine soul and so forth. So when we say Shema Yisrael, so that means the divine soul should listen and contemplate and understand. So like we said before, that Yisrael is the concept of Yisrael like a malach, that it rules over the other malachim. It's the shorosh of the neshama above, with the koach of the osius machshava being kel and so forth. So when you say Shema Yisrael, it means to have this isponenus achgam hanefesh bahamis tashuv lavas Hashem, to the point where the nefesh elokis can affect that the nefesh bahamis should also return to love Hashem in ve'ahavta. To love with all of your hearts, meaning your two inclinations, including the nefesh bahamis. And then the divine soul as well is elevated with a greater and stronger love, because of this strong love of the animalistic soul. And this is compared to a horse and his rider. That even though the horse without a rider is not anything, and he doesn't run to that in the known path to reach his place of destination. And he needs a rider to ride it and to conduct it, to direct it to the path that it should go in. But after you ride and conduct the horse, so you see the greatness of the horse in a great way, and that it's able to run more and so forth than a man could. And that's also that. So too is, and this is the concept of the two brachos of Kriya Shema beforehand. That the animalistic soul should be subjugated in front of the divine soul. That it should ride upon it, and rule and be in charge of it. But after it rules over it, so the greatness of the animalistic soul will be great and more, that its love will be much stronger. And also the divine soul will be strengthened in its love more, that which it could not do on its own. Because even though the soul does not need to be fixed for itself, it does not need fixing. Nonetheless, through the elevation of the animalistic soul, it gets strengthened further. So too, when you explain it according to Kabbalah, so Shema purifies Shemban, but after the purification, Ban becomes Sag, becomes Shem Sag, that the lights of Tohu become enclosed afterwards, after you had this breaking because of how small the vessels were. But after Shema purifies and greatens, makes them bigger, makes these vessels bigger, then the lights of Tohu are able to shine into them, which are lights that are higher than Shema and the Kelim. And this is the concept of that the woman of valor is the crown of her husband, that is after the purification. And so too after the ruling of the divine soul upon the animalistic soul. So too the woman of valor is the crown of her husband after the marriage. But at the time of marriage, so the chasan is on the higher level, and so forth. Only after the marriage it's revealed the shoresh of the Eshes Chayil. And so too allegorically, in the concept of giving birth, that the drop is drawn from the male, but afterwards it's the mother that gives birth to it specifically. So you can't have the birth of the child without the father. That it seems the main flow is from the father, but then it's the mother that actually gives birth to the child and so forth because of the shoresh above that's revealed in a similar way to this whole idea.